Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What the? Hey, so now it's been a week. Getting back into the groove of things after lights, camera, action is over and creating that animated short in 8 days, which absolutely wrecked me. But now we're getting back into it. The plan is to create something like this thing. You know what? I'm actually just going to click and drag the actual image in. Then that way I can do a little bit more with it. So let's go there. Let's go into the name. City Streets 09. Click and drag that in. And then that way, even when we're in solid mode, it's still there. Delete. Yes. Beautiful. So we're going to try and probably create part of this. I don't think we're going to fully create this. But yes, Janice, spooky. Stuffed waffles. What are stuffed waffles? That's another thing. Proper maple syrup. I mean, I think I've had proper maple syrup, but I don't know. But what a stuffed waffle. Botaniq boys, Claudia, welcome, buddy. Mark, it is great to see you as well, sunshine. It's good to get the group back together, getting back into it. Yes, I have fantastic, one inspiring artist. Leo's here. The crew is back. Jeez, Marco. Marco is tired, but Marco's going to do this, and we're gonna kick some goals. Why hasn't that stream started? It started up there. Sweet candy. All right, so this is what we're going to be looking at straight off the bat. I just cracking my voice. We are going to go straight into perspective plotter. I'm actually going to see if we can use a stable diffusion image into perspective plotter and see what we can create. Let's do it. So with the camera, zip it up, that one there. We come over to here, background image, add image. Let's click on this, city streets, lovely jubblies. Now we've got to fix the orientation. Pippy. Perspective, background unmatched. There we go. It's waffles with jam inside. Oh, jam, I like it. Not jelly, but jam. It's good, but I prefer Brussels waffles. Yeah, see, that just sounds amazing. Brussels waffles. It's kind of Nutella. Oh, imagine something like Nutella. Jeez, Mr. Emerges here. Wow. People will be able to see that you posted on this channel. What kind of message does that send? What? Oh gosh. This is going to be a group inspiration for my cold lapse project. Okay, interesting. So let's line this up. Like I've already said, this is going to be interesting because perspective plotter, I mean, this is an AI generated image. So stuff might not line up. So we're going to click on this. This is going... Ooh. Oh, gosh. Let's go like this. Makula? All right, let's go like that. See if we can follow this white line to the best of our ability. We're going to go here and then to there. All right. X-axis. What do we got along the X? Do we have anything... Not really, actually. We might have to go with the Z-axis. So the Z, we'll make it Z. It's going to go like this and like that. But once again, yeah, this is probably not going to work properly because it is AI generated. Oh, jeez. Markula. Let's go select this. GG. No. Okay. Why? All right. What does this mean? So that's going Z positive. Does that mean if we do something like that, oh, we're not too far off. Straight into the bat. Let's go delete. Shift A, mesh, plane. So as we can see, it's not too far off. Let's hide that. Maybe we can see if we can grab a different line. Alt-H. And we're going to go GZ. Ah, that's even worse. So it's following that line okay, but this line is way off. So what if we bring this line down, and then we bring this line down as well? I mean, it's not too bad. Okay, let's have a look. You could try using the bumper. Go suck a lemon emerger. You're always right. You're really annoying. Let's go. I am going to grab, let's go this one here. And as Mr. Emerger recommends, the bumper. Okay, let's grab that to there. Okay, that's pretty close. Okay, where are we? Okay. Actually, where is my 0, 0? So it's like fully zoomed in at that point. So something's gone wrong. I don't think we go with the 3. Let's go back into the 2 perspective plotter. We're just going to go like this, I reckon. Lemonade coming in. What? Very early morning, traffic. Only one car on a multi-lane street. There is a city in like Southern Asia where they went, this is going to be the epicenter, and there's this 12-lane highway, and it's got no cars on it. They pre-expected that it was going to be absolutely massive, and nothing ever happened. Okay, I'm just going to stick with this one. Let's go G to the Y. So something like that. I feel that we're not... Actually, maybe we'll just move this over. G to the X. Something like that. And then we can see that this road kind of like curves over. So from here, what I'm going to do is select these two faces, E to extrude up the Z, and then E to extrude, let's go scale along the X. And that's kind of going to go into our buildings. I'm going to select the one side. GG. And we're going to go probably to there. Let's grab an edge loop and an edge loop. I mean, these scales up. Wait. Shut up. But yes, it's very true. From here, we're going to go like that. What is that? I don't know. E to extrude along the X-axis, and then that's going to be that bit in there. It's a little bit difficult to see. Let's put another one probably about there. And then we're going to grab these bits, E to extrude along the Z-axis, probably to about there. That's looking great. And then we'll create another pathway, and now we can already see that it's kind of like a little bit off. 1,000 people living in LA. One day the dream will be to go there. But today's not that dream. Oh, look at that. That is not helpful in the slightest. I think we're just going to have to use this as inspiration. Now, purely is because of the fact that this is an AI-generated image using Stable Diffusion, probably a bit of an old model. I haven't spoken to Smokey for a little bit, and so I think that's where we're looking at. But we're going to use this as reference. I think is going to be the best way. So let's go ahead and bring in our image again. Where are you? Baby, come back. Let's go up into there, and we're going to go into 89. Click and drag that one in. Bye-bye, Charlie. And then we're going to scale that. All right, so we're going to be using this as a scale. Like, yeah, you can already see that it's way off, which is fine. Delete, Shift-S, cursor, blah, blah, blah. Let's go into scale. And our scale is 2 meters, scale 1.5. So we're going to have is it 3 meters? How wide's the street? Okay, let's undo that, scale 2. So we'll go 4 meter lanes, nice and big. Will they all be neck of the woods on the... What? I just wish I knew what I've said so I can do it again. Dude. So with the flow like this, so if I'll tell you what, let me go back and we'll look back at something. I'm trying to think. If I go into iCloud, let me quickly jump over into iCloud. My writer is here as well. Welcome. My chap who helped me write our spammer. So I'm just going through my iCloud to try and find an image I can use. That's an airport. And then actually we'll go through perspective plotter from start to finish. So this here. There's nothing really. I mean, there's a train station. Oh, hello, darling. So let's download this one. I can't remember who was making it. Okay, so if I go into downloads, and then we're going to click and drag, this one into here. This wonderful train station that we took as reference images. Oh, look at that. So if we click on this, we change the source to image 206. Let's press the camera view. We're going to go background unmatched. I'm going to delete that one. From here, we go into perspective plotter, and we're going to have Z. We're going to have X. So let's go this one. Well, actually, if we do the floor, will probably be easier because then we know that that is the floor. So this is the train station in Adelaide. And we're just going to quickly line it up like so. And luckily enough, we've got some nice lines around here. There's 1X. So we'll grab this here. Like there's plenty of reference lines through here. This was, I don't know if this was taken on my phone or not. I can't remember. Now there's another one. There it is. So we'll click and drag that down onto there. It is currently upside down, but that is a future Marco problem. We will fix that in a sec. And then you can kind of see how we've lined that up. So technically, this is now our floor plane. Negative X, so vanishing point is negative X. Y. Okay, now are we facing the right way? We are not. So let's come back into this one. For those of you who are interested, that is the add-on I'm currently using. So if we go negative Y, hopefully that'll flip me over. Shift A, let's go into a plane. All right, let's line that plane up. So we can kind of see that now our plane is in the right position. And then we can kind of just start scaling up. So this is really good. Like if you've got something that you want to duplicate, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's go G to the Y, probably about there. Just I'm kind of going off memory as well. And I know that there is a bit of a blockade up there. This path here goes up to a ramp. And then that goes up onto the streets. Is it Dennis? Were you doing this one? From here we can quickly start like adding in the pylons. And we're going to do Van Zer and Van Zer. Through there. Probably about here. Now where I'm standing is the top of an escalator. Do these walls not line up? They don't line up. How stupid is that? You suck, McFly. And we'll put an edge loop through here. So that means now when we grab this, and this, I'm not going to go any further because I mean we're just demoing this. So if I select these two and this, we go E to extrude up the Z axis. Lovely. And then from here we press F, 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 E to extrude along the y-axis, G, Y, E to extrude along y-axis, and then we can grab this whole edge EZ, go to there. Now I can kind of select this, this area. Oh, there we go. Grab that. And so yeah, if you have something that you want to make that already exists, like so, we can now go F, sure, whatevs. And then technically now with this, we might actually be able to go U, project from view. And then with that, if we come over into shading, it's upside down, sure. New material. Let's go into image, texture, 068, color. And you can see that now we've projected our texture onto this. So if I get out, we can see that the image is already there. However, it's a little bit wonky. It just needs a little bit of extra love, some extra data, and there we go. So now we've very quickly grabbed kind of like that. Juris is here, Thunder Owl. Welcome, buddy. Spent 100 Patrick Peacock's rigging course. Oof. Jeez. Yeah, okay. I haven't seen that one. Now, this is really good to kind of like grab the designs. But also what you can do here is also just do just a little bit of perspective change, and not too much damage is going to happen. So this is what I primarily use perspective plotter for. If I open, there is another good scene that I used it for a vending machine. D drive. Chris. I want, 1.4 gig. Is it this one? Might be this one. Let's have a look. It's a 1.4 gig. I didn't save it. Did I save it? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Ah, yes. So here we were having a look at what the vending machine looks like at the shopping centre. This is another shopping centre in Adelaide. And back here is all a projection. So if we kind of have a look, you know, it's a little bit wonky. But when we go into camera mode, or not, this is what it's going to look like in the shopping center. If we open up the picture, Mr. Picture, are you the picture? She said. There it is. So that's what the picture is. And then that's what we've done with the perspective plotter. So it's really good to kind of nut out concepts, especially if you need to put a product placement or whatever, or a poster somewhere, and you want to see what it looks like. Very, very quick. Proof of concept, Dorini. Just almost choked. All right, anyway, back to this. Start again. I've done squat all. Let's go into here, Shift A. Let's add in a plane, scale 2. This is going to be our one lane. So if I go now E to extrude along the x-axis, -4, that is this lane, and then we need another 2 lanes. So E to extrude along the x, we're going to go 8, put an edge loop in the middle. So this is roughly what it's going to look like. I think it's completely out of scale, but then we can come back. I did see it, and I will check that out, Mr. Dennis. All right. So from here, what we need to do is, because we're just kind of like expanding on this, E to extrude, let's go 0.05 mil on the gutter. So that's 5 mil, maybe 10 mil. Let's go up 1. Let's go E to extrude Z 0.1. And so those are our gutters. E to extrude scale X. Yeah, scale X. I'm just going to go 2. So it scales out, and then this is kind of like pretty much the basis of our road. I am probably just going to keep it like, actually what we'll do is let's go scale it by 0.5. So now it's kind of like 2 meter blocks. From here, you know, we can slap on an array. We can probably put even a Bezier curve, and then we can make the road go wherever we want it to go. So let's just throw an array modifier on that. Generate array, wrong way. Like that, okay? So there's our road, and then we can throw some textures on it. Might even make some like decals that we can just slap on the top. But I like that. I like these buildings in here, so we're going to probably try and mimic that. I am a fan of this section. So that section there, we might go modular. Gently welcome. We might make that modular. And then that way we can kind of just slap it around. Here we can see that it kind of like pops out. Easy, easy peasy. Also, I have a stupid amount of shorts coming out soon. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button. Okay, so down into here, I'm just going to hide this road for now. Let's zoom in, and I'm going to go E to extrude 1. So we're going to make this modular section in here. Let's select all, scale on 2. So we're going to have 4 meter blocks, I reckon. From here, Control B, something like that. Lovely. I'm just going to go E minus 2 to the X. And so we've got the curve, and it goes down and around. I do like that. We can see that in here there's a bit of a lip. Let's steal that idea. So from here, I'm just going to get E to extrude on the X, like so. E to extrude 0.1, so about 100 mil. E to extrude along the X minus 0.25. All right, cool. So that's going to be that top railing that we're looking at. Looks pretty bland at the moment. Let's go shade smooth. And if we go Shift D, actually, let's go Alt D. And what that does is it's not duplicating. We are making a copy of it. I can't remember what the actual word is now. Making another instance of it. So whatever I do to one of them, it's going to do to the other. So if I go into add modifier, generate solidify modifier, and let's go into the negative. Whoops. Let's go Shift N to flip the normals. Lovely jubblies. And I'm going to make that a little bit thicker. Even thickness. Nice. From here, generate bevel. We're cooking with gas. 0.01. I hate you. 0.002. And this should have, I hate you. Why do you not have that? Shift D. Hold Control. Now, if I do, if I just expand that, no, I hate you. Why? Does the Omniverse lip sync thingy also work for Blender Straight or only for iClone? It does work. It does. It does. It does. So, fun fact, it does. I got to play with it, but fun fact, NVIDIA built that add-on based on what I did. And that's how I got into bed with NVIDIA. True story. The way that audio to face was not designed to be looked at to rig faces. However, I came along and went like, hey, use this. And so, bam, they developed an add-on based on what I did. So, Autumn, welcome, Autumn Productions. Interesting. I don't know why, just interesting. So as you can see, this is all modular. So what does that mean is that it all snaps together. I'm just trying to, okay, don't do that. Tab into edit mode, G to the Y. So the reason for that is so that the origin point is right there. Next thing, I kind of want to make a curve, so a corner. So let's go Shift D to the X, and we're just going to plop that one there. from here, I'm going to select this edge. How big do we rotate this? Because I think it should be this big, which means that we technically should be get rid of these edges here. And for the reason for that is they can be separate panels. So let's go with that. So from here, Shift S, cursor to selected. We're going to select that. We are going to go into our spin tool, select this, Control. So we got snapping. And then from here, I'm going to select this edge, delete vertices. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. G to the X, because it's all snapping to grid. There we go. And now we've got those wonderful thick as lines. So would you say you got in through the back door? I mean, we could say that. I can't read that one, but hi, Autumn Productions, PDO to you. All right. So I'm liking that. We've got kind of like this inset here. So maybe we can, how can we fudge that? So the way I'm thinking is something along the lines of doing this, but we want it to move out a meter. So something like that. GX. Snap that. Oh, yeah, that actually really works quite well. We do this, Control B to do a bevel. And there we go. So now we're kind of just adding pieces to this. So from here, we've got all the core pieces to make something sick. Nice. And then we can kind of go through and just start like attaching things to the, yep. So we've got all the core pieces. Then we can start kind of like attaching signs or whatever to it. I actually really like that. Now the thing is though, is that we can see, I've just noticed that there's a stinking fence there. Okay, let's quickly set that up. It would have been handy to do that first, Marco, but you're a donkey. Okay, I'm just trying to think what would be the best way to do this. Maybe we do, let's do a Shift D. I'm going to scale, no, GZ1 to bring that up. Let's now go E to extrude up Z1. So this is going to be kind of like that fence. Or bloomers. I start swearing like a trooper. Must be suffering from... That was good. Oh, sweet. Just got a subscriber. Who was it? No Name. Welcome, No Name. And Saman, welcome. There we go. That was good. I approve. I endorse this. Let's grab that. I'm going to press I to do an inset and then I again. Now the reason for that is because now that we've got all that selected, I can go delete vertices. G to the Z, and then this is almost like a fence. So it's kind of like a meter high fence, and technically the walkway would be down here. Now this is all for show, so I don't really care much about it. However, G, Shift D, P separate by selection. I want that and I want that. Control J to join. So that means we can go here. Actually, we'll grab this vertex here, Shift S cursor selected. And then I'm going to grab that, Shift D. Am I actually selecting it? Yep, sweet. Scale Y minus 1. Go up to the cursor, scale Y minus 1. So now that is sitting on that side there. Excelente, per favore. From here, we do spin tool to there, hold control. Because that's now off. So that is the wrong way of doing it. So let's grow. Control L, Control I, delete that. Let's grab this, Shift D, G, E, extrude by 1. And label my human goblins. And then from here, we're going to go G to the Z, bring it down a smidgen. I'm going to press I to do an inset. Bring it down like so. Select the outside, delete vertices. And now we're going to have kind of like this rounded window glass for that one. But we still got the gaps in there. You little ripper. Perfect. Let's do the exact same for here. I'm going to grab all of that. Shift D, E to extrude 1. Nice. Control L. Select that. G to the Z. Bring that down. Actually, go up a little bit. I to do an inset like so. Select the outside. Delete vertices. From here. Ooh, where are we going to do this? Shift N to flip the normals. You don't want to flip. Go suck a lemon. So this line here, Shift N, we go into the bottom left, which is behind me. Down the bottom there. And we go inside. And now that's all lined up correctly. I'm just trying to find the right place to split this puppy up. So let's go maybe there. Hang on, 3 panels. Here and here. Control B to do a bevel. Delete faces. Good enough. Are you going to make a wireframe from it? To have like a found. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Off the top of my head, I can't remember how to do it. Something around like the skin modifier or something. But I'm not going to do that now because of the fact that we're going off this image. So I'm just going to have it kind of like as a glass top. We do have our 3 pieces, which really works. The other thing that we need to make, what we will do. Ooh. Right. Hang on. Now this is a problem. Because of this curve, it can't be modular anywhere. So the question is, do we scale it here? That is X, so I'm going to go scale X0, GX1. There we go. Now that puts us in a bit of a yuck position with this. So maybe we go GX1 to the minus and we just keep it like that. I reckon that might be the best way to go. No, either way we lose out. Because the next thing is, if we grab this, Shift D and plop it there, then we still have the same problem. So, GX1. We're just trying to make this modular. You can make an ice rink. Ooh, that's a good idea. Interesting. We will put that in our back pocket. So, from here, from here, I'm now going to grab this. We're going to go Shift D, E to extrude along the X by 1. Control LP, separate by selection. So we're literally just making a modular set. Now, one thing I haven't done, which I should have done, is probably lined everything up and then UV unwrapped it all together. But that's the point of the Bezier, is that even though the textures aren't going to line up, it's kind of like a seam where we're joining things together. So I'm going to go Shift D. Let's now go G, 1. And then we'll do a Shift D, G. Yeah, we've gone a little bit overkill on this. GX2. Nice. So we now have all our 4 pieces all together. Geez, there's a lot of people that just left. Look at the graph. See? Oh, it's going good. And then bleh. So I like that, I like that, I like that. And now what we can do from here is obviously we can start building. Rotate Z, I hate you. Let's come up into medium point. And so we go like that. We could probably kill all those vertices in there, but that's fine. Just going to move this all out of the way. Then we can kind of go G, hold control, shift D, G, hold control, G, oops, shift D, G. So you can see how we've created this modular system. I mean, we've made a bit of a workaround, a little bit too complex. However, I will probably split this all up, put it as an asset pack, and then we'll just throw it onto Patreon once I've textured it. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's go GZ4. So it's 4 meters above the ground. Alt H. And now we can grab all these. What I will do is move them into a building overhang. I think might work well. So they're all sitting in there. And then from here, we can plop them like so. And then we can just kind of grab this, and just shift D to the Y, hold control, shift D, Y, hold control. Easy. Easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh yes, looking forward to it. Along with the building set. Oh, part of the building set. This is kind of like one of the reasons why I wanted to create this specific semi idea of a building, is so that we have actually a ground area for our buildings. What, Marco? That doesn't make any sense. It does make sense right up here. If we open up the Scifi buildings, pew, absolutely. So if we have a look at here, we've got all these buildings up here, but there's no kind of like ground floor, nothing for us to really use down the bottom. And so that's the kind of like the whole point, is let's show these off. And obviously if we have a bit of distance, like, I mean, these buildings, they look nice. I really like them. But yeah, I want to, you know, like a shot of a ground floor. Can you imagine kind of like a streetway? You're down here and you're looking up at the skyscrapers, and there's buildings and nightlight and signage and window. Yeah, anyway, that's the idea. So let's close that. We'll come back to it and let's continue to work on this. Go away picture. And then what we can do with this, we're going to grab these here. Shift D, G, 4. And so now we've kind of got this secondary pathway. We actually might move it over. GZ1, a little bit higher. And then we've got this mezzanine level. Mezzanine, is that the right word? This secondary level. One thing I have noticed is that we've got a curve inwards, but we don't have a curve outwards. Very much so, Dennis. So we need it to curve outwards. So if we were to grab this, Shift D, let's grab this edge, Control I, invert, delete faces. Yes. It needs to be that vertex there. Shift S, cursor to selected. And then we rotate it this way. I don't like that. I think what it needs to be is this vertex. So let's grab that. Oops, let's grab that vertex there. Shift D, hold Control. Good try, Marco. G, hold Control. Then from here we can select this. Shift S, cursor to selected. Then we can select this. Spin that. And now we have kind of like an inside curve. Now, is that going to be right? I think that should be fine. We need to now cover up kind of like this corner. So from here, I'm going to go with that. G, doesn't matter. I'm going to Shift S, selection to grid. Perfect. And then Shift S, cursor to selected. I can grab this edge. Scale Y 0. Let's go up in 3D cursor. Scale Y 0. Select this edge. Deselect all these. Scale X 0. So now we've got a perfect square. Excellent. Excellent. Lovely chubblies. What does this mean, Marco? Well, I'm glad you asked. If we were to grab this piece now, and because it's all modular, we know it's just going to snip. Oh, no, let's just do it like this. We'll do it manually. Grab this, period key, Shift D, GZ1, E1 to bring that up, Control L, GZ, bring it down, I to do an inset, bring it in a smidgen, do that, delete vertices. From here, grab this, GZ, scale it like so. So now we've got our glass piece, lovely, and we've got our break in the window, which is very easy. You need to know that the footprint of each that. Well, now, don't you tell me to smile. Thinking around that, we could fake a footprint. Because, I mean, these footprints are massive. I have been semi-thinking about that. Psst. Yes. Just going to leave it at that. I have been thinking about this. I think it'll be fine. Whoops. GX. All right, so now if we have a look at this, let's go Control S to save because Marco hasn't done that for a little bit. We're going to go in cycles, GPU, 32, denoise, OptDX, max sample rate. We're going to go 32, and I'm going to change that to 0.1. Brand new trick I learnt. Let's go over into the sky texture, and then if we do this, far out. Okay, let's rotate the sun. And then we're going to kind of like have this kind of view. Dennis. Nice. Beautiful. So as you can see now that we're just plotting along like this and we're creating this walkway that goes over the top. Like I said earlier, probably should have textured it before we got to this point, but it is fine. We will deal with it. Okay, so from here, let's grab that piece there. Shift D. Oh, you're a 3-piece. Oh, no, that's fine. Shift D, hold Control, rotate 90. And we're going to plop it in there. I hate you so much. So much. So much. It's so much. And we're going to do, did I grab something extra? Nope. Shift D to the X, Control. Perfect. What that means from here is we're going to grab this big piece, Shift D, hold Control, GZ4, I'm pretty sure we made it. Nope, one more, GZ1, and then Shift D, X, Control R, Shift R. Ah, yes. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, if you press Shift R, that will repeat the last action. Something I keep forgetting to use, and a lot of you will tell me off, which is great. I'm okay to be told off. Shift D, scale Y -1, GY. Put it over there. Let's go a little bit more. Shift D, X. Nice. Excellent. Look at that. Remind me to send you the world of Cyberpunk 20. Oh, I like the sound of that, buddy. I do like the sound of that. What's everyone been up to? What's everyone working on at the moment? What is your personal projects at the moment? I'm actually intrigued to know. Cool. So all that's modular now. Let's go into here and we'll have a squiz. Yep. Perfect. Love it. Technically, this bit up here is a little bit different, but that is okay. I am cool with it. Control S to save. What materials do we have? I'm just half intrigued. Let's go over into the asset browser, Markham 3D. Let's go into the materials and we'll pick some of my materials. Hull panel grunge. I do like that one. What does that look like here? Sure. Let's grab all these, and that's why we put it all in the one container. Over into materials, a little drop down, copy materials to selected. Let's now come back over to here, select all these again, tab into edit mode, cubic projection. Sure, whatever's mate. Let's go into, that's why. Control A, apply scale, cubic projection. How does that look? That is the wrong material because that is the main material that I use of recent. So let's go into try the grunge, copy material to selected. A lot of repeating material. I guess we're okay with that for now. You're gonna laugh, but a custom-made heating stove from a YouTube video. That sounds cool. I'm gonna go back through this. VFX, real, learning hardcore rotoscoping. Oh gosh, mate. Old school. Playing with landscapes. Getting rid of a thorn and a rubber. And the study of OER's 2 course. I'm slowly working through my bucket list on stalled ideas. Oh my goodness, buddy. Robot in a canyon fighting gooey creatures. Cartoony. Interesting. Mike, I'm intrigued about this heating stove. The art of effective rigging. Kitbash sci-fi spaceship. Kitbashing spaceships. Yes! I love a good kitbashing set, of which I have many. Hang on, those are mine. That's V2. Hang on, where's all... These are all my kitbashing stuff, as we know. And it doesn't include all the other kitbashing sets that I have. Working on Lab Pedri. One of the shaders channel onto the Scotty's Manly. I don't know who's Scotty Manly. Let's check him out. Let's jump into the YouTubes. Scotty Manly's Starship. Who's this guy? 1.6 million. Ooh. Oh man. Oh, shh. I can't hear anything. What does he do? Spacey stuff. That's Kerbal. Okay. Interesting. Yes, I've been watching well. No, actually, it wasn't. Spiffing Brit I was watching before I started live stream. Shut up. You need to make a K-pack for these. I know. I've got so many K-packs I need to make. Working on a vehicle crossing a river with fluid domain at 512. Dude! On a laptop, Craig! What are you doing? He's an astronaut who does... Okay. Have you ever seen the Spacecraft 20,001 book? There's my goal. Make something similar. Okie dokie. Let's check that out. Spacecraft. Because I know, Mr. Spooky, that you are very keen on doing not porquitos. Hi. I have no idea, but can you give me some water, please? Thank you. No, I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, let's have a look. These are some... I do like these. I feel like Midjourney's spitting out a lot of this style of imagery. It does look pretty cool, though. Interesting, interesting. Well, Mr. Spooky, I am sure that you can do that. SpaceX burning up videos. And I'm at my real job hard to bring the... Look, I think you need to buy a new computer. I think that's what it is. Take your old computer, put it there. Oh no, I need a new computer for work. What do you need? 6,000, 7,000? Yeah. A sci-fi. Yes. So, Craig, message me later. I've got something to show you, and we'll talk about it later. Okay, so let's get back to this. I like this shop. Now, this is a 2-story, which means that technically this should be even higher. I'm not thrilled about the repeating texture. It's kind of like slightly infuriating. But we will just deal with it for now. Let's do Shift D to the X, Shift D to the X, Shift D to the X. Yes, it is. Yeah, no.
It is. It is.
Yes. My goodness. It's hot. A 4090 SLI ripped that. Okay. Where was I? I don't know. Here we go. Let's get back into this. So I kind of want to just cover this base. I spilt water all over me because I am awesome. Let's do that and bring that over. Shift D to the X. Nice. Now I kind of want to design these shops up. So yeah, technically this is all wrong because it does look like we've got 2 floors. And I think having 2 floors would be better. But even here, this gap might be too big. Let's do a Control S to save. Shift S, cursor world origin. File, let's go over to here. Import character. We're going to go down into that. There. Temp. Character created for testing. We're going to double click on my main man. My main man. Midjourney hasn't been doing what I want lately. I ended up doing all the work. I found that Copilot sucks. Really, truly sucks. What? Get stuffed. I am looking forward to testing out the enterprise version because I think the enterprise version of Copilot is meant to be the bee's knees. Control S to save before this fails. Don't rig the face, you stupid idiot. Anyway, so why am I rigging it? No, it's fine. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just waiting for this to rig up. Yes, I know I'm loud. Well, I can't be quiet. Okay, so we've got this guy now. Let's turn off all the faces, the finger details, the FKs and the tweaks. The root we will keep. And then from here, if we kind of start, if we start putting them into place where we want our kind of like shops to be, we can see that the shop itself is too big. Up here, technically it would be something like that. So I want to do an apocalyptic series with vampires, werewolves, and robots. Oh my goodness, Autumn. You're mental. That is correct, Janice. Very correct. It is impossible. someone needs vacuum panels. Well, I wonder, can I bring up the camera? Let's see if this works. Okay, let's see if this works. That's the main camera. So that one's not going to come up. Can we change cameras? This camera? Close. Okay, well, I'm just trying to change the camera settings. Personal settings, video settings. Yeah, camera. Can we pick a different camera? Camera settings. Okay, no. That button? Because I can actually show you what. Okay, that's the EV. I don't want the EV. That's this one. Is this one plugged in? I have no idea. Alright, moving on. And I don't really want to move that camera. What if we add in another camera? Where's Streamlabs? Streamlabs. If I go plus. And I'll show you, kind of like I've tried my damnedest. Add source. Webcam. I have tried my darndest to, like, be quiet. No, I don't. No, not cancel. Oh. Delete. Are you sure? Yes. Okay. Sources. I can do this. Video capture devices. You donkey. Add a new source instead. Add source. Okay, never mind. I tried. Didn't work. Oh well. That's frustrating. Okay, so I can't really show... No. I can't do it. Okay, let's go back. Leo, hey. Hopefully my stream is back to being normal. But yes, I've tried soundproofing as much as possible. So I've actually got I've got kind of like a pin board material on two of my walls, and then I've got acoustic foam on that, and then underneath here where the window is, I've actually got acoustic foam on that, trying to really kind of like keep the audio in. I've got acoustic panels behind me here, behind the green screens. So we're trying our darndest to keep it quiet. Oh, I did take a photo recently. Hang on. If I jump over into iCloud, I think I do have a photo somewhere. And I feel like I took it recently. Oh, no, it's going to be too slow. No, it's going to kill my internet. Never mind. Let's just get back into this. Marco, pull your socks up. Get back to work. Yes, sir. No worries. Okay, so from here, we're going to click Move, New Collection, and this is going to be Character. I'm going to select this chap, Shift D, go into the modifiers and remove the modifier. So that means now, when we start kind of like plopping him around, so this is something that I was thinking about. There's quite a bit of headroom there, and if we do a Shift D, this is kind of be our walkway, so that we have something like that. A little bit high, mate. No parent, no nothing. Okay, let's just take them out. Remove parent, right click. Parent, clear parent, excellent. So now we've got that. Alt G to reset the location, and then we can plop that one into there. G to the Z. So this is kind of like really out of scale. This is probably a bit too high. If anything, we should be able to bump this up another layer altogether. So let's go through and select all this, GZ1. And I think that there is probably a decent Okay, egg crates work. Good. I have to go soon. Birthday lunch. Yummy. I hope you have waffles. So from here, let's add in a plane. We're going to rotate that 90 degrees, GZ1. And then we're going to grab probably here and here. Let's make sure we grab that, GZ1. And this here is going to be our, maybe our first building. Which is okay, actually, because it can go up into here if that's going to be the floor. Perfect. GZ. I can touch the roof. So let's just keep it 3 meters. We'll keep it clean. From here, let's grab that vertex. Shift S cursor to selected. Right click, set origin to 3D cursor. So now whenever I scale or anything, it's going to go from that way. Felicia White is here. Welcome. Hey. E to extrude along the y-axis, probably by 2. So now we've got at least 4 by 3 meter wall. Let's add that. Let's go 2.2 meters high. This is going to be one of the door frames. So what's that? Let's go 0.25. And then, how wide's the door? Meter. Let's go a meter. So we'll go 1.25. 1.5. Might as well make the door a little bit bigger. Bit of Peking duck. Ooh, Peking duck. Yes! Barbecue pork. All the way you go. Oh, what am I making? So we are kind of like focusing on creating a bit of a ground floor of the city building assets. So if we kind of go into, we will quickly crack open the other one. Sci-fi buildings. Because at the moment, it's 0.8 wide. Yeah, but we're in a shop. We're not at home. Let's make it wider. So like people with big boxes can walk in. Sounds good. So, yeah, we're going to come back. We're trying to make a bit of a ground floor for these assets so that when we put them in the background, we kind of got a bit of a focal point or something. I don't know. I wouldn't mind making like a highway as well. That street would be neato to have. I am working on it. We will get there. Delightful. So, from here, let's go ahead and create a bit of a doorway. E to extrude. I'm going to go delete that face. And so this is going to be our door. No. Undo. Grab that. 2.3 up, a little bit higher. Let's do I to do an inset, like so. From here, we are going to delete that edge, scale Z0, and we'll make that Z0. From here, we're going to select this outer edge, E to extrude, just ever so slightly, and then we're going to go G to the X, and so now we've got a bit of a border around here. Technically, we could go ahead and just create a whole bunch of like door frames and windows and such. That does sound actually probably a pretty good idea, Marco. Get some curbage. There is a very slight curbage at the moment, but this is back when we were still in that bit of a blocking phase. But because this is all an array, technically we can come in and we could go like so, and then we come in, make a bit of a gutter. Yay, bit of a gutter. Control B to do a small, ever so small bevel. And then we grab this period key just to zoom in ever so slightly. G to the Z. G to the Z. Bring that down. G, X. Z2. What the? Let's go merge by distance because I've just got duplicated vertices there. G to the X. Control B to do a bit of a bevel. And then like that, we've created a bit of a gutter. What I do want to do is that straight. Yes, it is straight. From here, I'm just going to go Control B. I'm not used to working in perspective mode. Something like that. Control numpad, G to the Z. Bring that down. And now we've got that. Want some facts? 300 wide, 150 high. I think I'm 100 high. Let's have a squiz. I'm 100 high. But I know you, Felicia, and you know all the facts. We laugh, but it is true. Duh. Okay, so we've got that. From here, I can go Control numpad plus to increase my selection. GZ.05. And then this here, we can go select that, make sure we've got everything selected. GX.5 minus. GX.1 minus. There we go. So that's now about 300 mil. All right, down ski. And then obviously we can do it on the other side. Now the other thing as well, what we need to do is we would technically need to create kind of like a bit of a curve as well, because you have to remember, not all roads are flat. They've got a slight curve so that water can run off. Yeah, billboards all the way. 20 mil bevel? Nah. Let's go bigger. Bigger and brighter and stronger. Strong like ox. I sent you some traffic barriers since. Awesome. I don't even have Discord open. Oh boy. What do we got? You know when you fart and they just stink? I'm going to press V to do a rip. Control L. Let's go GX. Nope, Y. 2 to the minus. And then we're going to P separate by selection. And then let's go like so. So this is going to be our plane mold. Now, technically, texturing wise, it would be really easy to simply texture from this angle. Not this angle, sorry. Technically, grabbing this face here, because this is going to be the basis for all our models, we should be UV unwrapping this one, and then from there, because everything's UV unwrapped to the correct scale, when we apply like a brick texture or something, everything should line up. However, I'm an idiot. I'm just going to keep going like so. So let's now Shift D duplicate. We're going to do what we did upstairs, and I'm just going to create various delete edge loops. I'm going to create various windows and such. Oop, hiccups. Where is this? Oh. Ow. Ow. Delightful. Let's go like that. Actually, I'm just going to bring this piece down a smidgen. Just kind of like make my life easier with the flooring. So we're going to grab this here. E to extrude. Kind of like so. G to the Y. And then technically, because now we've got windows and everything snaps together, we can have multiple windows. However, I don't like the fact that it doesn't line up with the door. So I think what would be the best idea here is to bring this section down. GZ to about there. Nice. And so now the window lines up with the door. Just makes it look a little bit cleaner. And then technically, if we want to, we could probably get rid of the top section and bring it all the way down. Procedural signs. Oh, so you need to look at that one, because the texturing behind it's interesting, I think. I think if you read some of the reviews on it, like proper reviews, not... I'm not going to mention YouTube channels that just take videos and just upload it and go, here, go buy this. No, actually go look at some of the reviews that people actually using it. There are some funky things about it. I think I'm thinking of another one. I think I'm thinking of one of an art station. Check. Actually look at reviews. Actually look at people who use the add-ons. That's something really important. When I'm doing an add-on tutorial or review, I will actually use the add-on and show you, not just show you a stinking highlights video of like, oh, this is the video that they provided me. Oh, it's so awesome, and I did no work. I just put it on my channel. Sorry. Lost the plot for a moment. I do like that. Let's come over here and see if we can grab any other ideas. It's kind of like a bar. I do... Ooh, that's an interesting. So we have that. I do kind of like this door frame. So let's duplicate that. And what I am actually going to do... Let's delete that. Let's go like this, scale. Oops, let's undo that. Undo that. GZ1. Now we're going to go Shift Z, scale. GZ1. So my product. Yes, but I've always shown how to use it. It's not just a kind of like, here's a showreel, bam. No, I go through it and I show you step by step. Even if some of the documentation looks rubbish, I still kind of go through and show you what the add-on does and how it works and how you use it. And blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's go like that. E to extrude, and we're going to go scale Shift Z. Nice. Then I'm just going to grab that edge loop. Let's go scale on the Z. And so now we're going ahead and started adding in just a little bit of flare or something. We can make various types of these. And then, for instance, we can just start slapping these around. And so you can see very quickly how we're building up assets. The real hero. Yeah. Yes. Completely agree, Jason. Completely. However, the more annoying thing is they get the sales. And they get a lot of sales from what I've heard. The numbers are extraordinary. Cool. I like that. Very simple though. I think we need maybe something that's like a bar window maybe. So for instance, let's go like that. Let's do an edge loop through there. I mean, at the end of the day, this is going to probably look pretty stinking boxy. Yes. Let's go like that. And then we're going to go G to the X. And then technically here we can open it up into a bigger room and such, blah, blah, blah. But we're not going to focus on that. That could be a future market problem. Let's scale that. A whole bunch of edge loops now. Let's go Control B to do a bevel. Middle mouse up a 1. Yes. Control numpad 0. G to the X. And so now we've got shutters. Something like that. Lovely. And you read it and think, yes, I need to buy it. Yeah. I agree. Hopping back on the 4th between it in the stream, come back to watch. No. I'll do it afterwards.
No, go to bed.
Night. Okay, good. Move it here. I like it. So even how we've got all these pylons. Oh, look at this window up here. That's looking schmick. What have we got over here? On this side, we seem to have some sort of entryway. Oh gosh, maybe let's just grab what we've got. G to the X. We're going to plop it in like so. Hang on. Oh, crud. Where's all my stuff? Okay, so for now, I'm just going to deselect them. Let's zoom in here. Actually, let's grab our pieces just so it's not on the street. Snap it like so. Plane wall. Shift D. And then rotate. Because now everything's been kind of like snapped into position, we don't really have to, it's more just kind of like design work now. G, Shift D. Now, I should probably, this works. What we're doing here is we're not building game assets. That's a different story if we're building game assets. Because we're creating a scene, you can't do it this way. And that's because, perfect example, go watch GDC on how they made the Fallout series, how they made Skyrim, and all the assets behind that. It is mind-boggling, and yeah, it is fully sick, bruh. Whoops, that's a little bit off. Let's go Shift S, selection to grid. There we go. Nice. And you can kind of see how we're building it. Now, I will explain world building for game engines and technically how it should be properly done. So we've got this wall. However, we want a different wall on the other side. So if I go rotate 100Y, GY, or X, we now have two walls which are clipping. So what we actually need to do with the first wall is once you make your first base walls, we go GY 0.01. Let's go 0.1, okay? That is the base wall. Everything is referenced off this wall. So now we've got, let's say that's the exterior. Shift D, rotate. Oh my goodness, that stinks. We go here, control. And so now we've got a gap in the walls and we don't have those clipping textures. Sweet. What does that mean? Well, from here as well, because we've got our standard wall, if we need to make a door, let's just go, for instance, like this. We go delete. Whatever. We go delete faces. So this is our door. Shift D, rotate 180. G, hold control. So now we've got a walkway because now we've got a point for the door to rotate. Obviously 0.1's a little bit too big, but once you've got your standardized standardized wall, that's what you work with. Obviously we've got a gap in here. So what we would do, Shift S, cursor to selected. I would go control, rotate X 90 degrees, GZ1, GY, X1. I would be making a door frame. So if we kind of bring that to about there, a little bit higher. I know I've gone completely off topic. Scale to the X. Oops. Control L. Scale to the X. What the? P, separate by selection. We would go something like this. GY, E to extrude. So we've got that. I would now go ahead and probably delete these faces. And now we've got that in there. Add modifier, solidify, modify. And then we can make it a little bit smaller. I'm just like smashing this out. Even thickness. And now we've got a door frame. Control A. we would probably get rid of these faces here because they don't need to be there to kind of save texture space, not texture space, but you know what I mean. Probably, no, you know what I mean. And obviously these would probably go a little bit more into the floor. Then the other things as well. The problem is now this one here. So let's say we've got a corner, rotate 90 degrees. This is where we've got a gap now. This is where there might be just a simple corner piece that would fit in here. Or if it's the corner of a building, you'll see normally there's kind of like a facade, kind of like brickwork or something that goes around the top. If it's an internal wall, G to the X, they just intersect together. And you can see in here that it's fine because it doesn't intersect with the outer wall. So there you go. Send you a bunch of stuff to pad out this real fast. What's time? Oh, far out. Okay. Oh, Felicia. Why do you do this to me? All right, let's quickly open up Discord. Let's see what the legendary Felicia has sent to moi. Anyway, so that's kind of like the basis of game design. Do I make a video on all that stuff? I don't know. I don't know if people will be interested. All right, let's have a look quickly. Felicia, oh my goodness, you've sent me a whole bunch of stuff. Handrails, contractor compound. I'm intrigued at what that is. A virus. Blindly open up stuff. Ooh. Is that a Bezier curve? That is actually pretty good. That is actually pretty good. Control C. Control V. Rotate 90. G. Is that the right scale? That's kind of cool. Where's this? What? Okay, so it's in there. That's looking pretty schmick. Let's go back to the live stream. I stole it from Approach. It's from a real model is why. I don't know what you're talking about. Pipe generator. Let's check out the pipe generator. Are you still rocking your Patreon? I am cooked. Okay. Ooh, what's this? Hang on. What are you doing? Okay, pipage. If I go tab into edit mode. Ah, this add-on. Yes. Oh, yes. I am going to grab that. Actually, we'll just go shift. Oops. Control C. This is going to kill my scene. Cancel. Control V. Control V. All right. I'm going to select everything except for one vertice. Delete vertices. And so if I go now E to extrude on the y-axis, noise, Alt H to unhide everything. A. We don't do that here. Let's go here. And then using Felicia's stuff, we just go to town and add in a stupid amount of pipage. And I absolutely hate her for it. That she is able to do amazing things like this very quickly. And I have no idea how to do this in geometry nodes. Shift D. Let's kind of snap that into place. Itchy nose. And then there's probably, I don't know, flange base. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I hate you so much. Look at that gorgeousness. What you need is kind of stuff to like stick it in. Thank you very much, Mr. Nightcow. Oh, what are we on? 37 viewers. Oh, we're not doing too bad tonight. Not bad at all. Lovely jubblies. And then from here, we can go to town. So if I go Shift D, go Z, I absolutely love this, and I hate you so much. I wish I was this clever. Let's go Shift D to the X. I'm going to go E, extrude. Something like that. And we will plop it in there. I only do this like so. E to extrude along the X-axis. Plop it like that. And it's going to be semi-well hidden. Not really going to notice it too much. Yes, we are. Nah, stuff it, I don't care. Well, actually, what if we just did this? G, Y, bring that to there. Control L. And then if we just go right click, subdivide, subdivide. There we go, we've got kind of like those flangely McFlange in there. Let's do the same on that one. Control L, right click, subdivide, subdivide, subdivide. Nice. From here, let's go ahead and come back. Hey, you, come back. Baby, come back. Shift D, probably here, E to extrude along there. And then this will be very handy if we throw in a brick wall or something. Just the kind of like so. And then we could even come there, E to extrude, and then down. Yeah, freaking amazing balls. Should do intersections automatically. Right. Yep, okie dokie. I did not realize that. I did not realize that you were so stinking clever, you jerkosaurus. Let's go like so. Let's do this. Right click, subdivide. We're going to grab the X value. Yep, X value. We're going to go X value. And then we're going to select that to that. Merge at last. It did not. Let's undo that. There we go. Whatevs. All right. But the scene's coming together quite nicely. Let's grab all these pieces. Obviously the texture work's going to be the more imperative thing here. I am semi-thinking about bringing all that stuff down a little bit lower. Let's grab these windows here. Gosh, can't even see it. Because we've done, because we've done everything snapping, it's really easy just to move like walls and so on and so forth all the way around. I'm actually going to Shift D and duplicate that one there. Let's grab, how are we going to do this? Maybe we might just recreate this. So I'm going to select that, Control L, delete vertices. And so what I want to create is a bit of a barrier. Let's do a Shift D. So duplicate that puppy. Let's go G to the X. I'm going to scale it up a smidgen. Mouse wheel up. Control B to do a bevel. Oh, I've got an idea. We're going to do something really sneaky. I'm going to do this. Like so. Control numpad minus to shrink my selection. G to the X, like so. Control B to do a bevel ever so slightly. Delete faces. Now this has caused a little bit of a headache in terms of selecting all this jazz, but I'm hoping that it's going to be totes worth. If we go G to the X now, bring that in, Shift S cursor to selected. Let's go from here, a area light, rotate to the Y, 90 degrees, G to the X, scale on the Z. Okay, this is the idea. If I do like 5,000 and we go yellow light, orangey light, Control S to save. We're not probably going to see this just because it's all blown out. But what I am hoping that we're going to see is kind of like a little bit of light bleed. Oh, baby. Yes. Yes, you like that. Yes, I do. -2. Sick. That's that looks cool. Cyberpunk. Oh, jeez, you got more stuff for me. Where are we? Oh my goodness. Light poles, pipe racks, grating. Oh. Alright, let's have a quick squeeze. I'm gonna look at one more thing and then we'll continue on our journey of exploration. But you can kind of see throughout this whole video on using kind of like the modular system to create something. Oh my, that is dense as. That is so dense. Ugh. That is dense. Oh gosh, I ain't touching that one. I think probably for that it would be best to have a texture, just kind of like a with an alpha texture just on top of it. But I'm really liking what I see. Where's this light? There it is. So let's go back into our world. This roof here is really interesting. I'm gonna continue this. I reckon I might continue this throughout the week. Continue to put it together. If you use this channel, welcome to subscribe. Maybe make a video on this. Whole bunch of little breakdowns. So yes, I recorded like 5 shorts, which are going to be shorts, and videos that I'm going to release. I am releasing a 26-minute long video to see what the heck happens. It is slow. It kind of goes through step by step of every freaking process, because apparently people like that. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. However, people want it. Actually, I could probably show you the result of it. If we go to 085 fly through. So this is what we make. This is what I make from start to finish, minus the ship and the land assets. But I'm going to show you. Hubby, how are you good? I'll give you a preview because you 28 people, clearly some people have left because they're like, oh, screw this guy. So, if I go render, view render, view animation, this is what I've gone through start to finish. Oh, wait, I haven't rendered this. I forgot. I still got to render it. I fixed up some of the animations. Yeah, those slots are really annoying. But anyway, start to finish. And I've just noticed it doesn't really hit the sun. It does hit the sun a little bit. Yeah, it's a bit too jarry, but I fixed up most of it. Alright, sick. No worries. Let's call it a night. I bid you farewell. Plenty of videos coming up. I'm going back to hard work. The buildings will be out this week. Oh my goodness, it better be out this week. I'm going to punch myself in the face. Anyway, have a great night, guys.